So in the last episode, I kind of said something a little bit steamy, in that Ganon is a really shitty villain. He's fine. It's just that I don't really like any game that he's the main villain of. It's like I don't like Twilight Princess that much. Ocarina of Time, I've still yet to form an opinion on Link Between Worlds, and then yeah, I want to say that the best game that Ganon's in is Wind Waker, only because Ganon himself is really good, despite not over him not appearing for like a good part of the game. Well, yeah, that's the thing too. Like, no wonder I like Majora's Mask and Skeletor Sword so much.
Wait, I don't get
Ganondorf has no part of the fucking game.
Chase the ball again?
Although to be fair, he is sort of in Skyward Sword. Sort of. Although to be fair, I don't think that the base villain in a series being just okay, or like being 4 out of 10 is such a bad thing. It's just like when we get like on the rare occasion we do get really good villains, it's like why are we stuck with Ganondorf? Just like why? So not to mention like Ganondorf really should be introduced as the main villain early on. Only exemption to that rule being Wind Waker, of course, because like I guess like yeah, about at the halfway point you see Ganondorf and you sort of no, even from the beginning you sort of know that Ganondorf is the villain this time around. But like other than that, shit. But like yeah, it's like tell me how right from like I'd say like around 50% of the game that Ganondorf is the main villain around this time, and I'll be fine with it. But like if you leave it as a fucking twist, it's like, yeah, no, I don't like this anymore. So I think that's enough Zelda talk from now on. Or from tonight. Let's talk about Pokemon now. Yeah. But like I've started editing, started working on that second bonus episode, and what was once a 6 hour video has now, what started off as 6 hours of footage, or just about 6 hours of footage, has now turned into almost 2 hours of footage, or just under 2 hours of footage. Although to be fair, like a good chunk of that footage was just me speeding up and getting back to the fucking attempting to get back to the Frontier Brain.
Thank you for tuning me out, Master.
Although I think that maybe Saturday is when I'll work on like every Saturday is when when I'll like stop editing this content and start editing that. Although I think my main goal so far is like do half an hour, like aim for half an hour on days I do edit this, or these episodes,
My most bestest
or
favorite is color in the
half of an hour if I do, if I don't, sort of thing. Although to be fair, like, I don't think there's gonna be too much of that left, since honestly I'm about at the 15-minute mark at the moment in terms of the actual episode. Cats. Cat no. I guess we'll go see Nikki again. I think. Yeah, like there's about 40 minutes of just me finding the Frontier Brain over and over again.
Good. I'm not.
Okay. Beli looks like fruit and shit, doesn't she?
Used to the. Yeah, okay. I'm eating shit. Like this all
But like
time
the
at
other
work. Wow.
remaining hours is the first thing, the first recording we did. Can I really not get the fucking hot spring?
Really?
Although I have already made the thumbnail,
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
seeing as I wasn't too sure what I wanted it to be. And I think I might even change it up a little bit if I'm not 100%, if I'm not 100% on by the time it's finished. That is. Okay, nice.
Thank you.
But I guess another news, I've started rewatching Is This a Zombie for like the billionth time. Although we all said it's like a guilty pleasure anime of sorts for me.
Not too
Although I
bad.
think I'm not sure if the first time I watched it, it was dubbed or not, because I'm now watching it back dubbed, and it seems a little bit familiar, just like a little bit. Although that, yeah, I think one of the times I did watch it in dubbed, and then maybe the second time watching it I
Whoa, seriously?
watched it subbed, because I'm not 100% on the reason I did it, but I got up to episode 6 and then I just dropped it
Not too
last
bad.
time. Although maybe I did watch it dubbed both times. I'm not too sure. Because I now have a or I redid, or like I now have
Aw, nice.
I brought I renewed my Anime Lab account. so I could have a source of easy or a way to like easily get both subbed and dubbed anime if they have it, that is. Because like
Pretty cool.
yeah, Anime Lab is only in or for
Alright.
Oceania. So I think because like it's like a smaller anime thing. It doesn't have the biggest budget, so it can't buy anime licenses. So what little anime it does have, I could probably watch either subbed or dubbed. Speaking of which, I've never actually had a anime or Crunchyroll account or like a premium account.
Sorry about that.
So like, I don't really see the point because like there's no incentive. Because I don't think they've. I'm not sure if they do dubbed anime.
Oh, do you know how many used game stores I've been to looking for this? Anything?
Okay. Really?
I want.
Oh yeah, she is this show's person here.
Do you?
Okay.
I kind of.
It's my bedroom.
Nope. Don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll just say this before we do a reset, but both Anime Lab. I know it's a little bit scummy how they look better quality and dubbed behind a paywall, but it's fine. At least you actually get something for having to pay a subscription. Whereas with Crunchyroll, it's like you don't get anything. It's like what? Okay, we can. Why is no one at the fucking thing? Off to Beli we go.
Enjoy the rest of your night, if you can.
Who knows?
Oh, sorry. You scared me for a second.
Okay. The fact we can't drink it isn't so much of a deal breaker. Right, we're missing one thing. I was gonna say, do we even need to give the girls gifts apart from the 100% thing?
God,
Okay.
I'm so weak.
I should probably upgrade some traits now that we have the ability to. And we're done.
But it's so good. Well, I don't think I have any.
Oh yeah, right. Also, at this point, we're now
Alright, let's go up.
60%. So, I think we could maybe if we get like
It's like our own private
getting to
museum.
70%, we'll be
I'm glad to
pushing
hear
it
you.
at the very least. So that means that we might have like 35% to do in the thing mode.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, really.
Not too many moves here. I think, yeah, maybe depending on how I feel, I might try and get a special guest for every second bonus emerald video. That way I'm not just sitting there listening to music as I do it, because that might get a little bit boring.
Excellent.
Although that I could just download a Monster Cat album and just listen to it, because I do have Apple Music.
It's too much.
I can sort of understand why they don't have the entire thing there,
Why?
like every single album there, but it's like, why are you missing, like, I think. Yeah, I'm fairly sure they're missing 16,
Wow.
which, from what I remember, is actually pretty good.
Excellent.
Could I fucking get a move, please? Alright, yeah, do I that one?
Oh my.
It might be a little bit way too early to do this, but I think I might need to do this now.
I'm not sure what to say.
Okay. That gave us a few things, but not too much. Ooh, that.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then a little bit of this. Okay. We're getting there. But I'm not sure on the speed in which we are getting there. I think, yeah, we kind of need to do this.
Oh my.
Wait, turn that around, and fairly quickly too.
I'm not really sure how to ask this, but can we head back to your room?
I've been watching way too many Vines as of late.
This is so embarrassing.
But I think it's because, like, I really like the idea of, like, comedy or having a punchline being told within 6 seconds. It's like something about that just like, oh man, it's so good. Although I will say that my least favorite Vine so far, in general, are the ones that they show a video and then they just react to it. Or like they show an event happening and then they very shittily record a screen of a thing happening. So, okay. And also any Vine that... Oh, I really don't like any Vine that was made by like, a douchebag. Or a person who now doesn't make good content in the slightest. Sort of like, how did people find you funny then? Like, I think one of my favorite Vine people is Marlon Webb and Thomas Sanders. Although to be fair, Marlon Webb did release that one video in the with the elevator thing. Oh, I know he started it. I'm not sure if he was the one who made it. That video is really bad. So like any video that uses just the thought effect or the that Ron song, that's just terrible. It's like any Vine compilation I watch that just had like when I just see like a beach with like a couple of blue umbrellas, it's like, yeah, I might skip this Vine. It's terrible.
That is like a dream. I can't tell. I can't. I feel.
That's not the thing we want. Yeah, I'll get rid of these. And these ones as well. Okay. Wait, how far have we gone with Momo? Okay, one more date with Momo, and then we need... we physically need to unlock the other girl. Because,
I never have. Hey,
there's no one else.
thanks. I want. I'm.
Really? Okay.
You. Just 1 inch shy of 6 feet. I'm pretty tall for a girl, I know.
So, like, one thing I don't really get about inches is that apparently, like, feet in inches. Apparently you can be, like, 5 foot 12 inches. It's like, what? Like, I'm just really used to the metric system where it's like, it ends in a 10. It's like, you can't go over, like, a meter is 100 centimeters. It's like, although to be fair, like, I've heard of a 5 foot 11 inches, and like anything above that is just people fucking with you, I guess. Orgy, mate. If we go see you for the 3rd day in a row, will you please let us unlock your fucking bikini? Don't you have that much with them? Beli left, all things considered. Actually, let's check to see which thing we have the most in. It might actually be Kiana. That is surprising. Kiana might have the most items, or the least items we need to give her. That is interesting.
Take care out there, okay?
This is the one?
That's the guy.
How is that possible? I don't understand.
I know. Believe me, I know.
That makes
I'm just as
sense.
surprised as you, but that's him.
All right, I'll handle this. You're dismissed.
Have fun.
So, you're good with women, are you? Quiet. I'll get to that in a moment. You see, I've been hearing some very impressive reports from Q. Reports that have me very, very interested. Apparently, you've been with every beautiful girl in your town within a remarkably short time. I've never heard of anything like it before. Yes, well, we'll see about that. If you're to ultimately prove yourself, there is one final challenge. You're looking at her. Venus, the goddess of love. If you can claim the love of a goddess, you will truly become a legend. I can assure you, however, that this is no simple task. Few have tried, but all have failed. No human has ever known my embrace. Good luck.
So, this is supposed to be the final girl we unlock. But, it makes sense why you unlock her now. This might be weird, but I think what I'll do is do that and then give it to
More than
her.
a few gifts to win me over.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll talk with her a little bit so we can get
Let's
to the
find out
things. Yeah, no?
You're not as... You're going to have...
Yeah, no, of course.
Surprisingly... Go on. I've been...
Okay. But like, I'm not sure from that cutscene we just had was enough. That was the save point, so I think I might just skip over and go see Audrey now. But until then, I guess we have someone else to fuck.